Good morning, dear students. In this chapter, Thinkers, Beliefs and Buildings, we will be studying about the major religious developments in early India, mainly focusing on Buddhism and Jainism. Mid-first millennium BCE is regarded as a turning point in world history. What were the reasons for this? It was during this period that thinkers such as Zarathustra in Iran, Kongzi in China, Socrates, Plato and Aristotle in Greece, Mahavir and Gautam Buddha in India emerged. They tried to understand the mysteries of existence and relationship between the humans and the cosmic order. In India, this was also the time when cities and kingdoms were developing and social and economic life was changing in a variety of ways in Ganga Valley. These thinkers of India attempted to understand these developments as well. The sacrificial tradition. The Rig Veda was compiled between c. 1500 and 100 BCE and consists of hymns in praise of a variety of deities, especially Agni, Indra and Som. These hymns were chanted when the sacrifices were performed and people prayed for cattle, sons, good health, long life and other things. The sacrifices earlier were performed collectively. Later, approx 100 BCE and 500 BCE onwards, some were performed by the heads of households for well-being of the domestic unit. More elaborate sacrifices such as the Rajasuya and Ashwamedh Yajnas were performed by chiefs and kings who depended on Brahmin priests to conduct the rituals. New questions in the early period. Many people were curious about the meaning of life, the possibilities of life after death and rebirth. These issues were hotly debated. People outside the Vedic tradition asked whether there was even a single ultimate reality. People also began speculating, or people began thinking or judging on the significance of the sacrificial tradition. How it is said that around 6th century BCE, any particular sect could grow and shrink over time? The answer to this is, there is a mention of 64 sects or schools of thought in the contemporary Buddhist texts. We get a glimpse of lively discussions and debates from these texts. We come to know that the teachers traveled from one place to another, trying to convince each other and common masses about the validity of their philosophy and the way in which they understood the world. These debates generally took place in the Kutagara Shala. What was this? It was a hut with a pointed roof or in groves where traveling teachers stayed. If any teacher or philosopher succeeded in convincing one of his rivals, then the followers of his rival became his disciples. That is why, with time, support for a particular sect could grow and shrink over time. Kutagara Shala. Now, what were these again? As it is a very important question. They were the places where the debates of teachers who tried to convince one another and laypersons about the validity of their philosophy took place. It literally means a hut with a pointed roof or in groves where traveling mendicants halted. Mahavira and Buddha questioned the authority of the Vedas. They emphasized on individual agency. What is individual agency now? That is you, yourself. They suggested men and women could strive to attain liberation from trials and tribulations of worldly existence. This differed from the Brahminical position, as the Brahmins believed that individual's existence was determined by his or her birth in specific caste or gender.